Prepare to be dazzled as we embark on a journey through some of the world's most notorious mansions. Adorned with extravagant features and steeped in scandal, these lavish estates were once the domains of mafia bosses, fraudsters, drug kingpins, and ruthless dictators. Financed with the spoils of their illicit activities, these opulent residences offer a glimpse into the darker side of wealth and excess. Join us as we explore the intriguing histories and lavish interiors of these infamous properties, each with a story to tell of crime, corruption, and illegal money. Up first, we visit this drug dealer's mansion. The notorious residence with the distinctive blue metal roof and Scaniateles is now available for purchase following extensive renovations. Let's delve into the background of the property's former owner and the circumstances that led to its notoriety. Charles Blomquist commenced construction on the property in 2003, investing a staggering $1.7 million of illicit drug proceeds into the project, as alleged by prosecutors. However, before completing the mansion, Blomquist found himself behind bars after pleading guilty in 2011 to charges of money laundering and tax fraud, resulting in a sentence exceeding 7 years. As part of his plea deal, he relinquished ownership of his unfinished Scaniateles estate. Prosecutors asserted that Blomquist had accumulated substantial wealth through his involvement in the drug trade, spanning back to the 1980s. Despite maintaining claims of legitimate income derived from the sale of skiing and snowboarding equipment, his criminal record revealed numerous convictions for drug-related offenses dating back over 3 decades. Blomquist's contentious relationship with the law extended beyond his criminal activities, as evidenced by his involvement in various altercations with law enforcement and local residents. Notably, he obstructed neighbors' views and engaged in confrontations with the town's code enforcement office, resulting in repeated visits and stop-work orders. Dubbed the Castle, the Blue Roof Inn, and the IHOP, the property gained infamy within the community during Blomquist's ownership. Law enforcement's search of the premises in 2009 uncovered incriminating evidence, including drug paraphernalia and literature on marijuana cultivation, further solidifying its reputation. Following Blomquist's departure, Syracuse developer Cosimo Zavaglia acquired the property at auction in 2012 and completed its construction. Now listed for $4.33 million, the residence offers a glimpse into its tumultuous past while presenting an opportunity for prospective buyers to own a piece of history. Up next, we visit mafia boss Paul Castellano's mega mansion. Welcome to the iconic White House of Staten Island, a legendary property with a rich history deeply rooted in local lore. Once the domain of mob boss Paul Castellano, this sprawling estate boasts a staggering 8 bedrooms, 17 bathrooms, and a magnificent car showroom, making it a true gem of the borough. Nestled behind private gates on the prestigious Todd Hill, the world-renowned estate captivates with its grandeur and elegance. Situated on 2.5 acres of meticulously manicured grounds, the property offers breathtaking views of the Verrazano Bridge, creating an atmosphere of unparalleled luxury and exclusivity. Step inside and discover an entertainer's paradise, complete with resort-like amenities that redefine lavish living. From the opulent wine cellar to the personal beauty parlor and state-of-the-art home theater room, every corner of this neoclassical mansion exudes sophistication and style. Indulge in relaxation and wellness with a gym, sauna, solarium, and library, or take a dip in the indoor-outdoor Olympic-sized pools for the ultimate escape. The property has undergone extensive renovations since Castellano's tenure, yet its mystique as a former mob house adds an intriguing layer to its history. A highlight of the estate is the 13-car showroom, perfect for showcasing your automotive collection in style. Despite its notorious past, the White House stands as a symbol of luxury and prestige, offering a glimpse into a bygone era of power and influence. Once home to Big Paul Castellano, the former head of the Gambino crime family, this magnificent residence is now seeking a new owner to continue its legacy of grandeur and sophistication. Don't miss the opportunity to own a piece of history in this iconic Staten Island landmark. With Castellano out of the way, Gotti then took over the family and earned the nickname Dapper Don before losing a battle with cancer and dying in prison at age 61 in 2002. The Castellano name has, however, continued to appear in the headlines, including in 2013 when Paul's grandson was arrested for illegal waste carting. Up next, we visit the Gotti family's abandoned mansion. I actually explored this place myself so I can use all my video clips to tell the story. A prominent figure in New York's underworld, Carmine the Bull Agnello entered into an illustrious union when he married Victoria Gotti, daughter of the notorious crime boss, in 1984. Their matrimonial abode, a 5-bedroom estate located in the quaint village of Westbury on Long Island, became their familial haven in 1989, where they resided with their 3 sons, Carmine Jr., John, and Frank. Agnello's illicit dealings eventually led to his incarceration in 2001, serving a 9-year sentence for racketeering, extortion, and arson. During his imprisonment, Victoria initiated divorce proceedings in 2003, citing constructive abandonment, and was granted ownership of the residence. With her sons, Victoria ventured into the realm of reality television, starring in shows like Growing Up Gotti and Growing Up Gotti 10 Years Later. However, the once grand Gotti mansion, where much of the series was filmed, has since deteriorated. Vacant since 2016, when it was raided by the FBI in connection to a tax fraud investigation, the property has fallen into disrepair. The family's auto parts store in Queens, NYC, also faced scrutiny during the investigation. In 2018, Carmine Jr. reached a plea deal related to operating an illegal scrap metal yard, avoiding jail time. Despite the mansion's abandonment, traces of its former opulence remain, such as the striking butterfly staircase and tiled foyer. Once a coveted piece of real estate on Long Island, the home is rumored to have been previously owned by Victoria's father, Dapper Don Gotti, who spared no expense in its adornment. Although the family never returned following the FBI raid, subsequently, the residence fell into foreclosure and was auctioned off, reportedly acquired by J.P. Morgan Chase National Bank for nearly $2.7 million. Up next, we visit Birdman's mansion. Recent updates on the fate of Birdman's sprawling mansion have been compiled from various sources, complementing our own investigation revealing that the property has returned to the market with an asking price of $15 million. Previous reports from other outlets suggested that the Cash Money CEO had been ousted from his lavish Miami Beach, Florida residence and had his personal belongings seized. However, real estate attorney Alan Sovin contends that the public has been misled, with much of the narrative favoring the lender's perspective. Most of what you've heard is simply inaccurate, asserts Sovin, who aims to provide a comprehensive account of the situation. I want to present the complete and accurate facts, he emphasizes. According to Sovin, supported by legal documentation, the lender lacks the authority to foreclose on the property, and Birdman has not faced eviction, with all his possessions remaining intact. Yet, the story is rife with complexities involving a Saudi prince, the aftermath of Hurricane Irma, Lloyd's of London, and what Sovin describes as an unlawful predatory loan with detrimental terms. Birdman acquired the mansion, constructed in 2003, from Rockstar Energy drink founder Russell Weiner for $14 million in 2010. While most of the purchase was financed with cash, a $5 million mortgage was obtained. The property underwent extensive renovations, transforming it into a luxurious retreat adorned with lavish features like marble finishes, custom lighting, and opulent animal print wallpaper. Notably, Birdman installed 2 golden toilets valued at $50,000 each. However, complications arose when a balloon payment on the mortgage was due, prompting Birdman to seek refinancing from another private lender. The lender converted a $5 million residential mortgage into a $12 million commercial mortgage and imposed a 24% penalty fee, all in violation of state and federal laws, alleges Sovin. By reclassifying the loan as commercial, the lender circumvented regulations safeguarding individual borrowers from predatory lending practices. Despite Birdman's compliance with repayment obligations, the loan's burdensome terms came to light during negotiations for a refinancing. Subsequently, foreclosure proceedings were initiated by the lender, prompting Birdman and Sovin to counterclaim against the lender, citing fraudulent and illegal lending practices. While selling the property at its current listing price seems a feasible solution, Sovin remains committed to providing updates on the ongoing legal proceedings. Meanwhile, Birdman continues his successful music career and prepares for his upcoming marriage to Toni Braxton. Up next, we go to Bernie Madoff's Hamptons Beach House. As well as his Manhattan penthouse, Madoff also owned this breathtaking beach house in the Hamptons. Nestled amongst the picturesque sand dunes, the property sits on 2 acres of prime real estate in New York's affluent vacation hotspot. Records show that Madoff and his wife Ruth purchased a plot of land in the 1980s for $250,000 and set about building the beach house we see today. Before it sold off by U.S. Marshals in 2009, the house, though super valuable, had become decidedly dated and was described by a local agent as a 1980s dump set in a fabulous location. The new owner, Stephen Roth, and his wife, Tony Award-winning producer Dowa Roth, picked up the mansion for $9.5 million and are about to give it a major makeover. The couple hired a very famous architect to oversee the revamp of the 3,000 square foot house, which now has a total of 3 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Despont, the architect, pretty much ripped out everything and even went as far as to create this stunning double-height great room with vaulted barrel ceilings, as well as moving the front door from the second floor to the first. Other desirable features of the renovated property include the 30-foot stone fireplace, an expansive smart home automation system, and the stunning free-formed swimming pool. The residence was previously listed for just under $20 million in 2018. It was relisted again in 2020, and now it's back on the market again for $22.5 million. Up next, we go to Nicolae Ceausescu's mansion. In the 1970s and 80s, while Romania was drowning in debt and citizens faced food rationing and extreme poverty, communist dictator Nicolae Ceausescu lived a life of extreme luxury. While many lived in constant fear of secret police, Ceausescu and his wife Alina set about designing the most opulent dwelling imaginable. Also known as Spring Palace, his Bucharest home was a showcase of his ill-gotten wealth. Built in the 1960s, the vast residence features an ornate columned entrance and an intricate marble facade. The mansion's opulent principal reception room is loaded with gilded furniture, lashings of marble, pricey artworks, a sparkling chandelier, and a sprawling Persian carpet. With no expense spared, the space is awash with gold finishes and expensive materials. The master bedroom of the dictator's lavish home was totally kitted out, with gold furniture and copious gilding, along with priceless Murano glass mirrors and yet another crystal chandelier. Nicolae also installed a striking indoor swimming pool, hiring Bucharest's best artisans to adorn the pool with mosaic tiles and swaths of marble. Dripping in gold, the most ostentatious finishes were saved for the very expensive bathroom. From the tabs to the toilet roll holders, the fixtures are made from solid gold. The dictator's rule came to an end in 1989 during the Romanian Revolution. Ceausescu and his wife were convicted of genocide and executed by firing squad on Christmas Day. The property of the Romanian government, the palace is now a museum. Alright everyone, I think that's going to wrap this video up. Like I mentioned in the beginning, follow all my social media, and also 50% of the people who watch me don't subscribe. So just, if you're watching, just click the subscribe button. It's free, it means a lot. And then an alternative option would be to become a member, which costs a couple dollars, but then, you know, I'll be calling you guys, FaceTiming you guys. You get cool badges, you get exclusive videos. I'll be making videos that I can't show, like public channel. So you guys get a ton of cool features and by clicking here and becoming a member. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys. Thank you for the constant support. Feel free to share this video on anything, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.